Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. I've seen animes that just sometimes makes more sense than this show. Part of the reason why I haven't reviewed this show in a while is not just because there was a lot of days I just didn't have a lot of time. It was also because for the past 2 weeks, I'm assuming at this point because I've lost track, that Steffi and Finn have been having the same conversation. If we don't testify against Sheila, then she goes free and then she's gonna wreak havoc on our family. But if we do testify against Sheila, then Bill's gonna sit there and send my mother away. What do I do? That conversation has been going on for 2 weeks. The only difference between today and last week or the week before is when Bill gets in that courtroom, because they're waiting before a judge. Bill is like, listen, long story short, he's like, you're gonna have to find a way to keep Lee quiet, because she snuck your body out of a hospital, and she could go to jail, she could lose her license. So now Bill is also threatening Lee. So whatever sort of fantasies that people had about a romance between Bill and Lee, must just put that to rest, put that to bed, whatever you want to call it, because it ain't happening. Okay? It ain't happening. At least not anytime soon. And by anytime soon, I mean a very, 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 very long time. Now, Deacon and Sheila catch up. It's not really much about that scene. Deacon just talks about how he enjoyed his time with her, and everything is very hard, and you're putting on a brave face. But she was like, "Nah, I got that." The only thing that's going to be interesting is when she gets out and she starts hooking up with Bill. How is Deacon going to feel? I feel like it was some kind of Stockholm syndrome. It must have been, because Bill went from I can't believe I gotta sit there and deal with Sheila, to him sneaking her out on these romantic dates, or this one romantic date, sitting there genuinely kissing her. I was like, what happened to, she's such a problem. I can't believe I got roped up into this, to whatever genuine feelings he started to have for her. It took me a second, because when I started watching it, a couple of times I was about to call Mike Barnes, because I just started watching the new season of Cobra Kai, and by new season I mean like last year. But so he's just there, just kind of just catching up or whatever. Nothing too interesting that happened in that scene. And the same thing with Taylor and Brooke. All they do is sit there and talk about Sheila and how they're both glad that she's behind bars and is not going to terrorize anyone anymore, and blah, 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 blah. And they're all going to be wrong, because now we're getting to a point. There was one point I did start laughing when Finn and Steffi was sitting there talking about, what are we going to do? He's not backing down. And then she started crying, and I was just like, you're joking, right? See, this is the reason why I can't take a lot of death scenes seriously in a soap opera. You go back and you watch that first crying scene with they're in their house, and I'm just like, see, this is why I can't take this so seriously sometimes. At least the crying and the sad scenes that you're supposed to feel all emotional about, I'm just like, yeah, that's like Days, okay? Like Days. Or GH, or pretty much any one of the shows. Now, again, like I said, Bill came in there, and Bill was like, yo, listen, you just gotta keep your mouth shut, or don't go into jail. Sheila's going to jail, Lee's going to jail, Taylor's going to jail. And I love how Steffi's like, well, it was that one mistake that she did. It was a long time ago. She wasn't. It's like, stop. This woman shot this man in the back, and she's sitting there acting like, oh, it was just some sort of dark little phase. Like, you can't be this dizzy, can you? Just double check something. I think that's pretty much about it. Now, tomorrow's going to be interesting because tomorrow, Finn is up first as far as giving his testimony. And, the thing is, when Sheila goes free, oof, that's when the party and the fun is really going to start. Sheila's going to be free, and Brooke and Taylor are going to be sitting there eating their words. And be like, how did this happen? Why did you lie? And yada, yada, yada. Like, I feel like that's when it's going to start to get crazy. Up until this point, it's been very cartoonish and very, very fun to watch. But the real fireworks are going to be when she gets set free. Because questions are going to be asked. People are going to be yelled at. It is going to be some very over-the-top acting, and I can't wait. I don't know. I feel like there's not really much anything else in this episode that's really bears talking about because, again, Steffi and Finn just been having the same conversation for about like 2 weeks now. And Taylor and Brooke's conversation wasn't really that interesting. I don't get me wrong. I love the fact that they're not, fighting over one man in LA. Like, that's like, it's just laughable for me. People have been telling me it's been 30 years and just been having the same love triangle. And I'm just like, you have a whole city of attractive people. And you're going to sit there and tell me that you two idiots have been arguing over the same man. Yeah, people get upset. People got upset, or someone got upset, when I called Brooke pathetic. I'm the bad guy. Okay. Alright. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.